If you have MS, this could absolutely save your life. Hey MS gang, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name's Liam, and in 2018 I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS. If you want to be part of the gang, it's dead straightforward. Just smash that subscribe button. Now, if you have MS, this could absolutely one day save your life. It all comes from a message that I received after I did a podcast with Alison, who's beating MS on Instagram. She does a podcast called We Are Not MS. I'll leave a link somewhere in the description for you to check out that show if you want to, which you definitely should. In the podcast, I was talking about my experience from diagnosis to now, some of the things that I've changed, different treatments that I've been on, and so on and so forth. And in that, I was talking to Alison about my current medication. So I have been on a 4-year treatment of Cladribine, or to give it its other name, Mavenclad. It's a chemotherapy tablet that originally I think was used to treat sickle cell leukemia. It's a chemotherapy in tablet form. There's all these big warnings on the packet saying you mustn't touch it, it can't contact your skin. If it touches your surfaces, you need to bleach them, things like that. You sort of have to pop the tablet into your mouth directly. And with that treatment, I took a tablet every day for 5 days, then nothing for a week, then another tablet every day for 5 days, then nothing for 12 months. Then I repeated that, a tablet every day for 5 days, nothing for a week or two, and then another tablet every day for 5 days, and then nothing for the rest of the year. And then the last 2 years are you don't actually take anything, but you're still within that 4-year treatment period where things are happening to your body. Now, in the podcast, I alluded to how strong these drugs are in the fact that they actually change your body. They change either your genetic makeup or your DNA at a cellular level, something like that. I can't remember specifically how much it changes you, but it definitely does permanently for the rest of your life. And what that means is if I need a blood transfusion, I have to have irradiated blood. So Joe Blogs on the street or in the hospital, I assume, can't give me just their blood in a blood transfusion if it's not been irradiated, because I'm at risk of graft versus host disease. And what that means is if I get non-irradiated blood, my body will attack that thinking it shouldn't be there, and then it'll kill me. So I carry a little card in my wallet. It's from the NHS. It did have some details written in pen on the back, which is all faded because it's I've sat on it for years. Hope that's not important. And on this card, it says NHS blood and transplant. I'm at risk of transfusion-associated graft versus host disease. If I need to have a blood transfusion, cellular blood components, red cells, platelets, or granulocytes, I think it is, they must be irradiated. Please inform the blood transfusion laboratory. It's a pretty serious thing. Basically, if someone doesn't know that or overlooks that and just gives me off-the-shelf boring old blood, then it's going to kill me. And the person that messaged me said that they hadn't been made aware of this. Now, they might not have a card with them. I don't know how quickly, if you need a blood transfusion, things like this are checked. So I just wanted to make you aware that if you are or have been on a treatment of Cladribine or Mavenclad, it's something that you need to have a look into. Just make yourself aware that that is the case. If you can get some sort of card to keep with you. The other idea I've had is I might try and get a little tattoo over where I would get a blood transfusion that just says, "Whoa, make sure this is irradiated." It did get me thinking as well. It's, you know, if there's anything that that we're not told or that we perhaps things get skipped over. You know, there's some really serious life-changing things that happen when it comes to multiple sclerosis and the treatments that we have and things like that. And we need to make sure we have all of the facts and all of the information. Otherwise, it could be, you know, a great risk to ourselves. So is there anything that you're told from treatments that you've had that you must know or that can be really serious that perhaps somebody who has a similar treatment might not know? Let us know in the comments, because I thought it was crazy that someone was well on the way with their Mavenclad treatment and they hadn't been made aware of this, because it could be really serious and you don't want a doctor or nurse or someone giving you a blood transfusion to miss that. Another thing worth noting as well is I used to give blood quite regularly. I think I got up to 8 or 9 donations, and then since diagnosis, it's, you're no longer eligible to give blood, which kind of, that was really disappointing. That was one of the things that really hit me most when I first got diagnosed, because I felt really proud that I'd given all those donations. And it's something that my late grandfather did quite a lot of. I think he got a little badge to say how many donations he'd done, and things like that. So that is a real shame. But yeah, it just goes to show that if, you know, I might need some of that blood back one day, but it has to be irradiated, otherwise I am in trouble. So yeah, just thought it was worth sharing with you. Hope that information was useful. If you have been on Mavenclad or Cladribine, then yeah, do read into that or drop us a comment or message on Instagram, because I'd love to chat to you about that if that's the case. Perhaps get you on the podcast as well. the EMS Mindset, just to talk about your experience and, you know, talk about what information you had been given or hadn't been given. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've been on that treatment or any other treatments with any sort of serious repercussions that you need to be aware of that others might not know. Yeah, let us know. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the dislike button if you didn't. That's what it's there for. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.